Hello and welcome to another episode of Chris's Crochets and Knits. I'm Miss Chris and I'm here to be your guide through my knitting journey, my crochet journey. So I have a finished product to reveal to you. If you've read the title, you know that it's socks. These are my first ever socks and I made them in a slipper manner. Next, I will be showing you my whip of the week. That'll be the work in progress that I'll be working on for the rest of the week. And I will give you some ideas for my next project. And finally, I will give you a life update. So if that's something that appeals you, please stick around. And I can't wait to tell you more. Thank you for watching my intro, and it's now that I get to reveal my finished object to you, which is actually two finished objects. It is a pair of tube socks. I didn't do a very good job at joining them together, so I have this lovely mistake in the middle here. But if you look at them for like this, they're quite a nice sock. Got a toe on them. They don't have a heel. These are my first ever foray into socks. So I've got one, and I've got two. They're made out of wool, so they're very warm. And they're quite stretchy, so they do fit over my foot, ankles, and calves. I have quite a large calf, so it is very rare to find a sock that does not cut off my circulation. Now, how did I do that? I'll tell you how I did it. When I cast on, I used 2 knitting needles to cast on. These are double-sided needles. The size is a Japanese number 6. So I cast on using these 2 needles, and then I knit just a patch using these size 2, I believe, 2 hooks. So I have quite a large cast on with quite a small hook so that the gauge of the sock would be a little bit tighter. And I did a 1x1 rib, which I'm not yet good at. I'm not as good at knitting as I am at crochet, which is why I didn't end up with an actual sock with a heel, or even doing a sock in the round. So I have since purchased a set of sock needles, and I should have a set of small double-pointed needles coming my way to give me a better way to make socks. I was really surprised at how little yarn these used up. I started with a yarn cake about this size, and I ended with a yarn cake that is somewhere. Okay. I can't show you the size, but it's about halfway gone. About halfway. Here it is. So it's about halfway gone. I did the 2 socks at one time on the needles, which you may have seen if you saw last week's video. So I had a center pull sock, and an outside sock. And I still didn't use up all of this yarn, which I was very worried that I would. I made them 30 centimeters or 35 centimeters, or about 13.5 inches, and they fit quite well over my ankles and starting up my calves. When I did the toe, I did a simple construction on the toe, a simple pull cord, and then I stitched up the side of the sock. You can see it very easily here because I'm not very good at joining together without leaving a seam yet. So that's something that I need to work on in the future. And I think learning to make socks are going to teach me a lot of techniques that I can use in the future, because there's yarn that I've been saving for over a year that I'd love to turn into a knit sweater. But honestly, because I feel like knit shows off the yarn better than a crochet pattern. Because crochet gets all knotted up and it's more about showing stitch definition rather than the beauty of the yarn, which I feel like knitting gives you more beauty. So this is done in a 1x1 rib, and it was done flat and joined together at the end. All right, stay tuned for my whip of the week. Okay, so the whip I am working on this week will not result in a finished project. Those socks barely resulted in a finished product. In fact, it is Sunday night, and I am filming this Sunday night because I have just finished the socks. I haven't even worn them yet. This video should be going up Monday night my time, which should be Monday morning time for everyone in the US. So if you've been watching for a while, you've seen this whip before. This is going to be a stockinette stitch skirt using scraps. And so once I learn how to join seamlessly, these are going to turn into panels, which will eventually go around my body in order to make the length of the skirt. Now I want to do it double-sided, so it is reversible, which means I want it to be floor length, and I'm making it out of scraps. So this is a lot of work that's going to end up being quite beautiful at the end, I think. And so this is what I'm going to be working on this week. This is a longer form project, so I will not have a finished product at the end of the week, but I should have finished another couple of squares, or rectangles, I guess. And I'm doing it in a sort of scatterbrained pattern. I don't want all of the things to be the same size. I want it to be a kind of patchy looking skirt. I think it's going to look really cool. I finished, this is almost one side, and then I need another one of these for the back, and then it'll be folded over to make the skirt in the manner that I showed you. And I think it's going to come out really, really cool at the end, being multiple colors on different sides, and I'll be able to flip the skirt. I plan to join it at the top and create a little bit of ribbing at the top in order to hold it on. And it should come out being a really cool little skirt. So this is what I'm going to be working on for the next week. I kind of wanted to take a break from knitting, but 1x1 rib is a lot harder than stockinette stitch. So I'm going to be stockinetting for the next week. And I will not have a finished project for you next week. And I think that's all I have to say about this project. Okay, we're moving on to my next idea. And I think this idea is a lot more solid than my previous ideas because I've already chosen the yarn for it. So what I have is 4 different colors of pink. And I think I'm going to make a hexagon sweater, another one. Now I haven't decided if I want the 2 pieces of the hexagon to be the same, or if I just want to kind of go with the flow and see how things work out. So let me show you, I guess it's 3 colors, it's not 4. Let me show you my colors of pink. So first I have this one, which is a wool, and it's non-fuzzy. The next one is an acrylic mohair. It is very, oh good Lord. It is very fuzzy, and so we'll create a halo effect on those lines. I don't have that much of it, so I do think it'll be only 1 or 2 rows throughout the entire sweater, especially if I do double-sided. And the last one is a very fuzzy wool and mohair pink. And I think that this is going to be my base color. These two are going to be these two are going to be the base colors. And I think I'm going to have just the slightest bit of this pink mixed in between my two base colors. And so it should be kind of like 1, 2. This one is not very much yarn, so I'm going to have to figure out how to utilize that to the best of its ability. I don't think it's enough to do a border with, unless I do it as only the border, because I use quite a bit of yarn. Last time I did these, I used 2 of these giant cakes. So I have 1 of the giant cakes, I have 2 of the smaller cakes, and I have 1 mini cake. So the question is, where do I use the mini cake one? So I think I'm going to have to draw this out and sketch it and see what I want to do. If I don't want them to be the same on both sides, if I want it to be kind of different on both sides. What is up with this little pink? La 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 la. So if I don't want it to be on the same on both sides, then I don't really need to worry about this pink. But if I do want it to be the same on both sides, I'm going to have to use up this pink pretty early on. So I might do the underarms, like the first 6 rows this color, then do 2 rows this color, then alternate between this color and this color. And just have the lighter color be like 1 or 2 rows around near the arm. We'll see how it looks. But I've chosen the yarn for my next project, which is good. I can put it in a project bag. This one is actually a project backpack. Now, do I want, the question is, what size hook should I use? I usually use a Japanese for this kind of project, but I'm wondering if I want a larger hook to kind of give it a more loose fit. The one that I currently have was made with a 4 and is one of the more comfortable pieces I own, which is why I'm looking to make this again. And I just throw that on and go to work, and it's good. So I think having another one all in pinks. This one is very neutral. I think having another one in all in pinks would be really cute. I would love to do the light pink around the border, but I don't think that's going to be possible. I do like how the border came out on the arms, and it goes all the way down the back because I bordered the 2 hexagons entirely. Now I could do a front border with that light pink, but I don't think that's going to work out. I think it'll be better sort of around, hooking up and hooking around here. Yeah, so that's my opinion. That's what I think I'm going to try to do. And yeah, so that's my idea for my next project. I've even chosen yarn. So that might be something I work on this week as well. So my main focus for the week is going to be the knitting project, but when my hands get tired and my arm gets sore, because knitting these socks has taught me that I don't have as many muscles for knitting as I do for crochet, I'll be working on the crochet piece. So I might have something interesting to show you update-wise next week, but I won't have a finished object. There's no way. Not unless I spend the entire week on the pink one and not do any knitting at all. All right, stay tuned for the life update. All right, guys, life update here. So the main thing this week is that I got a knitting buddy. It says, "Lovely Dinosaur," and it is so cute. Look how cute that is. And it goes behind me when I knit or crochet to give me a little bit more support so that I don't feel quite as many back problems as I've been having lately. Besides that, there's really not any updates. I was sick over the weekend, so I didn't really have that much energy or drive to do anything. I didn't even go out for Halloween, guys. I know when I post this, Halloween will be tomorrow, but honestly, I didn't do anything this weekend for Halloween, and I usually do. So, I might go out next weekend, but I don't think anyone's going to be in costume. I don't think next weekend will be the big Halloween weekend. I think it was this weekend. But I was not feeling well, and I could not go out. Other major life updates. Nope. This week has been pretty chill, pretty regular, aside from getting sick. This is the first week in like a month that I've been able to do my 24-hour fast, which I try to do every week, but it has not been working out to be every week. It's been once a month or twice a month, which is not bad. I'm not fasting for weight loss. I am fasting for the health benefits that come with it. So yeah. Anything else I have to update? Nope. That's pretty much everything that's going on in my life. If you've seen other videos, you know that usually I spend a lot longer on my life update. But there's really nothing to say. I'm still living in Japan. I'm still living that Japan life. Everything has become much easier now that I've been here for a while and I know more what I'm doing. I knew more about Japan. I know more about living here. So that's pretty cool. I've been spending a lot of time on YouTube while I knit because knitting takes forever, turns out. And these socks took me a good, I probably put 20 or 30 hours into these socks over the last week. So they're not super exciting, but they are socks. And that's something that I wanted to make. And I'll only get better from here. So I guess that's one of my updates, is that I spent too much time on these socks. I really need to learn how to knit faster, but they have provided me the opportunity in order to get better, and that's really what I need. I need to get the skills to make things. And when I'm doing crochet, I usually make washcloths or things like that in order to give me the skills I need to make things. But knitting is a little bit different. Something like socks or, doing patch would work out great. But yeah, this week it's just been go, go, go on these socks. Nothing really going on in my life. Nothing changed at work. Nothing to update. I was able to do 2 live streams this last weekend, and I think I'm going to start doing a midweek update where you'll see me working on the whip of the week and see if we can get more going on the channel. Because I think posting once a week is great, but maybe posting twice a week is better. We'll see how it works out. Now, anyone who is making comment right now about my t-shirt, yes, it is David Bowie. And yes, it is Labyrinth. I think it's cool. I've been wearing this t-shirt for years now. It's one of the things that I feel comfortable in. And you're just going to have to deal with the fact that I'm not dressing up for you guys anymore because it is cold. And I don't like being cold. So yeah, I will be looking the way I look all the time. No more dressing up. I'll see you guys next week.